the most important thing that you're going to need is the cupcake mix. We're going to use the Pillsbury Most Supreme. You're going to need to mix that with 3 eggs and oil. You're going to mix it inside your mixing bowl. For decoration, you're going to be using your Pillsbury Cream Supreme. This is going to be the frosting on the top. Then you're going to need your frosting pans. That's going to be for the decoration of the strawberries. You're going to have to melt 2 bars of Hershey's, and you're going to cover the strawberries with the chocolate after you melt it. And then you're going to place the actual mix inside of your cupcake cups, and you're going to place all of that inside of your pan, and you're going to cook it in the oven for about 15 minutes. And after you've placed your chocolate mix inside of the bowl, you have to put half a cup of oil, and then you're going to have to put in 1 1/4 cups of water. Next, you're going to need 3 eggs to go into the mix. Take that onto the side and start mixing it in. Alright, when you're done, you should have something that looks like this. It's this consistency. There are no clumps anywhere in the mix, and this is when you should be good to go. Alright, now you're going to have to put the small cupcake holders onto your cupcake pan. So put that in every one of them. Alright, now you're going to have to preheat your oven at about 340 to 350 degrees. Okay, and the next step is to put this inside your batter dispenser. If you don't have one of these, you can do this by hand, but let's go ahead and get this thing going. And now you can start pouring inside, and you can put as much as you want on each one of your cupcake things. But usually if you wait until they actually get settled in on the bottom, 3/4 of the way, that should be enough to make one full cupcake. Okay, now you have all of your cupcakes inside of your cupcake pan, and they're ready to go into the oven. Alright, now the temperature is everything, and it's very important on these things. If you cook it for at a low temperature for longer, you get a flat muffin top. However, if you cook it at a high temperature for a longer period of times, you get the whole little ball at the top. Now you get a pan, and you're going to set it at a low temperature, and that's what we're going to use to melt our Hershey's chocolate bars in. So let's get this thing going. You have to continuously be mixing this because you don't want it to stick and burn at the bottom if you have a high temperature, but at the same time you don't want to have something too low that it's not going to completely melt the entire chocolate. So you just have to experiment and find the right temperature for this. Now I know there's a lot of different ways that you can possibly be doing this, but this is just the one that she prefers. So if you have any comments, you can let us know what you think, or if you think there's an easier way, go ahead and let us know on the bottom. Okay, now once your chocolate is melted, you're going to have to turn it down a little bit so it can stay warm, but not completely dry off and cool off. And you're going to have to get your strawberries out of here.
Which are already washed.
And they have already been washed, and they're clean and they're ready to go. Alright, and this is how they should look. So we're going to have to add those to the top of our cupcakes in a minute. Alright guys, and about 14 minutes later, when your muffins are, covered up to like that area, there's a clear, firm center, and they're not depreciated into the bottom, or they don't have a small dimple in the center, they're ready to be taken out. If you want to test this to make sure that they're really cooked, you can grab a knife and you can poke it on the inside all the way to the bottom. If you take it out and it's clean, the cupcakes are done. Alright, now we're going to grab the Pillsbury Creamy Supreme frosting, and we're going to place it on top of our cupcake. now you have your cupcake with the frosting on the top. And we can go ahead and add the strawberry with the chocolate and everything else. Now we're going to get our gel frosting, and it's going to be in color white, so we're going to grab this and we're going to put it on top of our strawberries. So we're going to get our strawberry and place that on top of our cupcake. And then we're going to use the white frosting and we're going to go across. And there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching, and you can visit our website at hm-innovations.com.